Welcome, Slayer. These challenges have been designed to break you. I've studied your tactics. You will fail.
How's it going, everyone? Hope you're having an awesome day so far. Recently we've had a really huge reveal from the Horde mode for Doom Eternal, and wow, I am so excited for it. I hope you all are as well, and we just have this video here to break down just more or less a lot of the features that were revealed in the stream. So I definitely want to break them down, but of course when the Horde mode actually does release, just expect more of a thorough breakdown at that time. So if you're new here, you love Doom and other games like this, then you're in the right place. Without further ado, let's get into it. Alright, so the first things we've noticed, obviously, that there are going to be 3 missions. We got the Cultist Base, Reclaimed Earth, and the Holt. All of these I think are mostly fan favorites and have a lot of arenas that a lot of the fans love as well. I especially love Cultist Base and Reclaimed Earth. The Holt, not so much, but, either way, I digress. And what the great thing is that there's going to be multiple waves in different arenas. There's going to be bonus waves, coin collection rounds, which is so funny, but anyway, blitz rounds, traversal rounds, and then of course the unlockable ones. There's going to be a lot of content and a lot of playability to each of these missions, and it's great to see that because it's given the fans a lot of replay value, because now you can go into each arena and have a different experience each time. And of course, now speaking of randomization, we know that the guns are going to be randomized after each arena. Of course, you're going to start with the combat shotgun, which makes sense because that one just works well with really any arena, and it would just be a little awkward to start with the ballista, which would be fun, but at the same time you'd run out of ammo really quickly and it just wouldn't work. So it makes sense to have the combat shotgun first and have the option to use either mod. Now, of course, the great thing about this with the randomization of the weapons is that the next arena you could have either the ballista, you can have the heavy assault rifle, you could have the plasma rifle. It all just varies from each playthrough you do, which is awesome because, like we've seen with Hugo's stream, he didn't get the plasma rifle in time for the first Spirit. Now, maybe in your playthrough you might get the plasma rifle or maybe not. So it all just kind of depends, which is really awesome to see that it really could depend on which weapon you get, and it's going to really push you and challenge you to use different weapons and different combos than what you're usually used to in the campaign. Other great things that we saw, of course, were the high value targets or bounty targets, and they have the different tier points based on gold, silver, and bronze, and of course they're time-based events. So you really have a certain amount of time to take them all out, and based on what color they are by the time you take them out will determine how many points you get, and then of course how many points you'll get towards the quad damage. So that's really great. That's going to really push you to try to prioritize your targets, and then of course try to get as many points as possible by defeating them faster. Other things, of course, we've noticed is that there's obviously cutscenes. This has new voiceover from Dave Grenak, and the great thing is with this is that I'm wondering if he's going to be the voiceover or the announcer throughout the entirety of the Horde mode. So we've only seen him in the Cultist Base. Maybe we'll see other Hell Priests in the other arenas, or maybe we'll have something else. Maybe even Sammer or the Father will be the announcer in the Holt. So I guess we'll find out on Tuesday. Other great things, of course, the sound effects for the points. That was a really great touch that id Software put in there. So it doesn't sound too cartoony as far as the arcade mode was in Doom 2016, but I think it sounds pretty solid as far as what it is. Another great thing we have is that you can stop and save after each mission, which is a great update to a Horde mode like this, because in most Horde modes, as far as I've played, at least with Proteus Horde mode, you couldn't really save it. Once you die, obviously you start at the beginning, but then of course you're not able to really save it. You have to pretty much beat it all in one sitting. Now here with this, you can actually stop and save after each mission. If you quit during a mission, you just go back to the start of that particular mission, and of course if you die, you go back to the beginning of the mode. I think that's pretty fair, and I really am thankful that id Software did incorporate that. Other great things, of course, obviously there's going to be unlocks to the Horde mode. There's going to be seasons, leaderboards, new unlockables. Of course, we've seen now skins for like the Biker Slayer and the Doom 2 Slayer skin that are actually going to be legit, but they're going to be unlockable in the Horde mode. And honestly, I think those are probably the best skins that you can unlock. I think it was a kind of big letdown on the Ancient Gods Part 2 with the Barbarian skin. It was okay, but like it wasn't as great as the Ancient Gods Part 1 skins, I think, in my opinion. So I think it's great that we're going to see a lot of different unlockables, and of course with the seasons there can obviously be more unlockables and then even potentially more missions. We don't know for sure, but we'll see how the community does with the Horde mode, whether or not everyone can really beat it really easily, or it's just really short and compact, and you know, but then maybe there's always going to be room for improvement. And so with the feedback, if we get proper feedback to id Software, I'm sure they'll be able to make adjustments where needed. Other great things to mention, of course, is that there will be controller bindings that you can do now, which is great for the players who are playing on console, or maybe even those on PC, like Bazooka Joey. It's great that the community, you know, voice their opinion on that, but id Software at the same time is willing to go above and beyond and make that a reality. There's not too many games where you can actually do that. I myself don't really use a controller, but I think it's a great option for those who are on console, those who just love playing on controllers. I know that there's plenty of players out there that are really good with the controller, and so I'm sure it's going to be more than enough for them as far as making it more to their liking and their play style and combos and whatnot. So that's great to see. But other than that, that's pretty much most of the things that I've noticed within the reveal. Like I said, you know, this is just a small breakdown of just what we've seen so far. I'll have a more thorough breakdown down the road when this all releases on October 26th, so this upcoming Tuesday. In the meantime, once this all comes available to all of us, just want to let you know I did start up a new YouTube channel, which is called RipNtear Playthroughs. Yeah, very original, I know. But that channel is going to be more dedicated to actual playthroughs, longer videos, whereas this main channel obviously is going to be more dedicated to like lore, updates, breakdowns, reveals, things like that. And then of course I am still working on a Twitch channel, so that'll be something down the road to look towards as well. Other than that, check out my other social media accounts of RipNtear Gaming, and I'll catch you guys in the next one, and don't forget to rip and tear. Peace.